everyone. What if I told you that India was a very hard country for the rest of the world to find? Every time this question is asked, who discovered India, people tend to say Vasco da Gama. Well, let me tell you that there is a much bigger plot and a lot of history behind it. So stay tuned until the end of the video to gain more insight. You see, India is a country that is isolated from the rest of the world because of its geographical location and its features. We are surrounded by mountains and terrains and the ocean, and India was always abundant with resources. And that is why it was a primary source of trade exchange. We used to trade our spices, the textile and the wealth. Now, one of the major areas where India used to trade to was the Europe. Now, this trade was facilitated through the Red Sea route. And then came the year 1453, where Constantinople fell under the hands of the Ottoman Empire. Now, why am I talking about Constantinople? Now, if you look at the map, Constantinople, Ottoman Empire, modern day Turkey, formed a link between Asia and Europe. After the Arabs gained power over Constantinople through the Ottoman Empire, they gained full access or monopoly over the Red Sea route, and they wanted to make sure that they had complete monopoly over the trade as well. So because of that, the Europeans had to pay a lot of taxes to facilitate the trade. In the 15th century, Europe was driven by the spirit of Renaissance. So because of that, the Portuguese, especially in the Europe, became technologically more advanced, and they wanted to figure out a direct route towards India in order to establish trade. Bartholomew Dias decided to take his ships and navigate all the way to India. But the only place that he was able to reach was Cape of Good Hope. And after seeing the ferocious waves of the Indian Ocean, he decided it is best to just go back. And then came that one traveler in 1498, and he went by the name Vasco da Gama. Now, don't give him the complete credit. You see, he decided to take 3 ships with him, and he had another navigator who was called as the Lion of the Seas, and his name was Ahmad ibn Majid, and he was an Arab sailor. He was the one who was able to take Vasco da Gama and his ships and navigate them through the Indian Ocean and reach the Malabar coast, which is the southern part of India. And then on 17th May, when he reached Calicut, Zamorin was the ruler of Calicut back then. He was very friendly and he greeted him with open arms, and Vasco da Gama decided to stay there. He gained almost 7% profit, but seeing that the existing Arab traders were not at all happy with the fact that Europe has also started invading. Because of this alienation, he decided to return back with that 7% profit. And then the word spread, and the rest of the Europe, as you know, Denmark, France, British, started to find their way and come all the way to India. Now, this was the entire story in a nutshell. Now, after listening to this, have you ever thought about it? The only reason why the foreigners were able to even enter India was because the Indians were hospitable in nature and welcomed them with open arms. Yes, later they tried to invade India and then they established the colonial rule, but they were able to do so not because Hindustan was not able to defend itself. We've had some of the most powerful dynasties, be it the Rajputs, the Marathas, the Ahoms, be it the Cholas, Cheras, Pallavas. We've had the mightiest of the rulers with greatest of military strategies, be it Prithviraj Chauhan, Chhatrapati Shivaji, Chhatrapati Sambhaji. But then the only reason why they were able to invade India was not because their military strategies were weak. In all of their stories, you would hear how their own relatives or their closest ally decided to betray them. And all of that happened for some title, for power, or something that they just wanted as status in the society. And because of that, their most trustworthy confidants or their most trustworthy partners decided to backstab them, and that was the only reason why the invaders were able to establish power. It's very interesting to see that the Europeans understood this strained relation among family or among close-knit friend circle, and that is how they were able to establish power, by taking advantage of that. I think it gives us a very big lesson on unity and togetherness and how we need to stand together come what may. So now let me know your point of view in the comment section, and for more such videos, subscribe to the channel and stay tuned. That would be all. I'll see you in the next episode.